Yo, so I'm about to spit some game. If you run a B2B agency and you have leads and you want to know how to retarget them in a way that's for sure going to work, like I don't know how it's not going to work for you. And I've closed two new clients in the last 24 hours using this exact strategy. I have also paid people using this that use this exact strategy on me. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you exact screenshots. I'm going to show you the exact offers that were used on me that I'm using on clients. This has been a thing. If you look up end of the month offer, it's actually used across many different industries. But if you run a B2B agency and you have leads in some sort of way, you already have leads and you are looking for in some way, how do I retarget them? And more specifically, people who have already booked a call with you, right? And they had some sort of excuse or something like this. That is what we're going to be going over, right? And so think about this. This is like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is some sort of excuse to get people to come in. It basically, the whole concept of this is that it's the end of the month, right? And I'm going to go over in more detail about this, right? So yes, two closes, 1,500 a month. These are screenshots. These are the dates, whatever. Seamless.AI, it's actually a good company, and they did this exact same offer on me. So I'm going to go in detail. Basically, here it is. This is the exact offer that was sent to me. Hey, I know you're working with Steve, but I have something for you. It's the end of the month, and I want to make it easy for us to do business. If I put an offer in front of you that you're guaranteed to say yes to, could we get something done this week? Please let me know and we'll shoot our shot. Worst case, you say no. Best case, you get the deal of a lifetime. That's a fire offer, right? Now imagine you sent a variation of this for your business, right? And basically you're saying, hey, I'll scratch your back a little bit if you buy right now. That is basically what this message is. And I'm sure a lot of you are willing to add some extra value, lower your price just a tad to get someone to make a decision right now, especially when they're not going to be doing anything if you don't give them that push over the top. And yeah, they got me. I paid over $2,000 from that single message. I replied, yes, I'm open to an offer. After he also followed up and said, did you get Mike's message? Which is cool about this, because you're running this at the end of the month, there's a clear date to where this is the cutoff. You will not have the ability to have access to this offer anymore. So you can literally just keep following up every single day until the end. And all the way to the end to where you're like, hey, this is the last day of the offer. And additionally with this, yeah, as it's mentioning, the scarcity forces the decision. You can run this every single month. That is what's so powerful about this. Trust me, the mall would love to have Black Friday every freaking day. They really would. Discount, schmiscount, they want you to come in. If you think they don't make more money on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you're crazy. Big time of the year, right? So what we're doing is we're basically forcing a holiday-like sale or forcing some sort of scarcity effect every single month, right? So all the people that have raised their hand, have booked with you in the past, and for one reason or another decided, let me think about it. These are the people that are going to be sent this message, right? And it's going to reactivate them extremely well, okay? And here's an example of the exact messages I sent that also resulted in sales for me. And keep in mind, it's going to be really high intent. This is their second go around, right? But hey, you booked with us before, but never kicked things off. And we'd love to start pushing qualified appointments your way. Since it's the end of the month, we're offering 50% off your first month, and we're still guaranteeing 3 booked appointments in month 1, or you don't pay. Would you be open to revisiting things with Taskblink? You can grab a spot here. I will say mine's a bit more direct. You don't have to be this direct, but basically just made it so they could just book appointments immediately. It's just a one-shot message. That's it. And if your retention is really solid, do what you need to do to get them in the door and prove that you know what you're doing, right? And a big part of this as well, to actually be able to set this up and run it, you need to make sure your data is good. And so I am putting you guys on right now. If you use Stripe in any sort of way, or you use QuickBooks or anything like that, you can literally just use this prompt right here. You can export your contacts from Go High Level or from whatever platform you're using that may have tags for your contacts. And you could use this prompt. And what it's going to do is it's going to add tags for the people who have paid already. So you take all the people who have booked appointments and then run this prompt through Claude Cowork, connected to Stripe, QuickBooks, whatever you use. And it will effectively go through all those contacts and add tags to people who have paid. And then you're just basically making a smart list from there saying, for example, tag is booked. tag is not paid. So you're left with the people that have booked but have not paid you. Right now, you have this nice clean list of all these people that you can send this end of the month offer to drive these super easy sales. And I can't express enough, you could do this every single month, right? You're just missing out on money if you're willing to do this and are not doing this, and you should be willing to do this. The follow-up workflow, just dropping it on you right here. I'll even zoom in a bit. It's really not that complicated. The only thing, if you wait until reply right here, and something I like to do is I don't just do it for one day. I do it for 1 day and 1 hour, which is a total of 1,500 minutes. That way, if they got the message at 9 a.m. and they weren't available, now the next day they're going to get 10 a.m., then 11 a.m. And again, what's super powerful is that makes sense that you would follow up every day till the end of this special offer, end of the month offer, right? So you could just do that, and that you should be changing the way that your message is to grab their attention with each. Basically, your call to action should be different in each particular offer, right? Like you could do your initial discount, and then you could also mention that you speak directly with the founder, or your simple follow-up. Did you get the message? Today's the last day to accept the offer, whatever, right? There's different ways you could do this, right? At the end of the day, this is super proven. Just type in end of the month offer and go to images, and you just see all these banners. I can't express enough. Yeah, this is proven, right? You can run it every single month. Imagine you have 1,000 people that have booked with you in the past and you have not targeted them. It's just, you're not going to have a scenario where, unless all these people forgot about you. And it is especially powerful if you don't wait too long. If you've never done this before, fine. But you could do this every single month. Take the people that booked with you like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They should have followed up with you, or vice versa by this point. This is when you could drop this on them, especially when you're like front of mind and they're thinking about it, but they're not taking any action. This makes them take action. Yeah, as it says on the screen, if you're like, dude, what did this guy just said? Like, it made sense, but like, how do I do that? I'll set it up. I'll set it up. So I own this company called TaskBlink, taskblink.com, like completing a task in the blink of an eye. I'll set this up. This is not the main thing that we do, but we do cold outreach. So this is a form of that. And yeah, and if you are in any way, you have questions in the comments about this, drop it in the comments. If you're like, dude, this is pretty straight to the point and I appreciate it, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. It's going to motivate me to keep doing this. And in terms of more value, if you just want to talk, go to kylebanks.com. For the time being, that is a direct link to my calendar. And if you're watching this, there's no qualification on it. I would love to hear from you. Just go ahead, book a call. Tell me you came from YouTube. That would be pretty cool to hear. And yeah, but in general, if anything you're hearing, if I can add value, let's talk, let's work, comment, let me help, subscribe, and let's keep the whole thing going.